Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbruhh here, and today I am back again with another Final Fantasy XIV commentary. So today's video, I want to be talking about something that I wanted to talk about for a while. And that is the preference of a job that focuses on doing extremely high DPS numbers versus classes that still do good DPS but have better utility. And for what I'm talking about exactly, I'm talking about Samurai and Black Mages for the classes that just do big dick DPS, versus some of the other classes that still do damage, but they have more utility, like Ninja, Dragoon, Summoner, Red Mage, etc. So, for today, that's what I wanted to talk about. Especially as somebody who's mained Ninja in the past and other classes from other MMOs that have utility, that have a bit of utility, like Death Knight from World of Warcraft, and maybe even... would Monk be considered a good utility class, because you can tank, heal, and DPS? Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I've played classes that have utility, even in 14, like Ninja, and classes that just focus on doing huge DPS numbers. Like, my current DPS main at the moment is now Samurai, because I find it really fun to play, and it's just satisfying to pull off those high numbers, even if I don't do my rotation correctly. But that Hisatsu Kaiten Midari Setsugeka, am I right? And I also main Dark Knight, but Dark Knight's just in a really shitty place right now. It doesn't do terribly great damage or have a lot of utility, so... sorry, Dark Knight. But anyways, I wanted to talk about higher damage or higher utility, because lately there's been I'm not sure if you'd call it job discrimination, but job discrimination, like, this was kind of like this back in Heaven's Ward, where Monk had no utility, but they've got Brotherhood now, so they're the best class in the game. So I know that Samurais, don't often get accepted into groups, and they'd rather have, like, melee classes like Ninja or Dragoon, and that's typically because Dragoons have abilities like Battle Litany, which increase the party's critical hit, and Ninja's got a lot of, like, utility. Like, they've got I forget the name for most of the Ninja abilities, even though I've made it. They've got an ability where you can transport your aggro onto someone else, so, like, this is for tanks. I think it's called Shadewalker. They've got a slashing debuff. They've got a lot of debuffs that make the boss, like, really easy to kill. Like Trick Attack, Dancing... oh wait, they don't have Dancing Edge anymore. I forgot they removed that. But Ninja and Dragoon have a lot of utility in the game, along with some of the other non-melee DPS classes, like Bard. I'm not sure where Machinist is right now. Summoner and Red Mage. Even though Red Mage isn't exactly the best right now, more people would rather have a Summoner in their group. And even some of the tank classes like Paladin or Warrior, because not a lot of people want Dark Knights in their group now, and that makes me sad. As kind of, I wouldn't call myself a Dark Knight main, even though in my machinimas my character is a Dark Knight, but a Dark Knight sub. So, I guess I can kind of see where people come from this, because they want to make sure that their group is doing the best DPS as possible. And with classes that focus more on damage, like Samurai and Black Mage, for example, and even Monk to some extent, because the only utility they have really is Brotherhood, from what I can tell. I'm not really sure. I think they would rather have a class that benefits the whole raid, rather than just continuing to do really good DPS, like really big DPS. So that way, everyone's kind of doing good, more or less, and, like, it benefits the raid. Like, let's say if a Dragoon has Battle Litany, that could help the group a lot when it comes to activating critical hits and doing overall better DPS. But black mages and samurais, their job can be really good because since they do a lot more DPS than some of the other jobs if their rotation is done right. Sometimes I guess they can make it go quicker, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I just think you should play whatever you want, but something I've noticed in the community is that a lot of players, especially like Savage Raids or Extreme Trials, they would much rather have classes that bring more utility and benefits to the raid rather than a class that just focuses on doing high damage DPSs. I guess they are kind of, I guess you consider it selfish classes, because the only way they contribute is to themselves with higher DPS numbers, which can be good, and of course nobody will pass on higher DPS. Like, if I was running a raid group, I'd want someone doing DPS, but I'd also want someone contributing to the raid as well, like with Trick Attack, Battle Litany, Mage's Ballad, etc. So, I guess but honestly, I'd rather have someone who's like, let's say somebody is a black mage, I'd rather have like a really good black mage rather than an okay summoner. Although summoners can be way more valuable because of their res ability, and if the healers die, they can just res the healers. But still, I'd rather just have a really good black mage or a samurai than an okay dragoon or an okay summoner. So, I guess to me personally, I would prefer it if you just play whatever you're good with. The same with any other game. But some people in the raiding community would just prefer better utility rather than DPS, and that's completely understandable. Now, that's all I have for today's video. Anyways, I know this was a short one, but I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to give a like if you like it, and subscribe for more content. I make other Final Fantasy XIV gameplay videos, machinimas, sometimes guides, etc., and other gaming videos. I want to try to stream more, so I'm going to try to do that. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys later. I love you all. Umbruhh, out.